We are here in April 2011 in the Learning Garden, and it is off-season, so you won't see too many productive plants out here. But at this point at Rock Creek campus, we are in the process of implementing a master plan for our garden, as well as a renovation of existing structures and systems in the garden itself.
So this is the entrance to one of the entrances to our Learning Garden. Our Learning Garden was started in 2006 by a volunteer. She was writing her thesis at PSU on transformative learning for older generational women through horticulture. And so this is kind of her brainchild. So as we're walking in, it's a fairly large space. Lots and lots of people are involved in this. Straight ahead of us, there's 3 large bushes, and there's kind of a flowery area. This is our perennial section. We've got marjoram and thyme, lavender, lemon balm, rosemary, strawberries, all used by the food services department here at Rock Creek. As you go further back, there is the organic gardening class. Each student in that class, which is only held every spring term, gets a 4x4 plot to do with what they want. It's an experimental type thing. This is our communal plot area. So we've got people that work at PCC that choose to actually take part in the garden. We had our campus president's mother-in-law, our dean of instruction, the multicultural center, a math instructor, an English as a second language instructor, students, administrative assistants, I mean, you name it. They were represented out here in our Learning Garden. This is our shed, also built by Building Construction Technology. You can see it's straw bale. It's built differently than the shed that's behind, the house that's behind Building 3. There's a plywood kind of finish, and then on the other side of the plywood there's straw about this thick. And then you can see the makeup of the front wall right here. This actually got weathered and fell apart, but we're going to reuse that in the organic gardening class this spring term for biointensive planting. You can see the makeup. There's kind of a straw bale finish on the outside, and then packed straw with mud or packed in, bales at a time. It's a great shed. Let's walk over to the Earthen Oven, which Jim is very fond of. From back here, you can actually see the eco roof on top of the Earthen Oven. That was constructed by, again, Building Construction Technology in 2009. Our Earthen Oven is made out of sand, straw, and mud, which is different from our shed. There's a brick underlay inside, so what happens is we actually build a fire interior to the oven, and then it burns for about 3-4 hours. We scrape the fire out, and then we bake cookies and pizzas and pita bread inside of the oven itself. The walls are about this thick. It stays warm in there for about a day and a half. Not 700 degrees, but it stays fairly warm. And the reason that they put an eco roof on top of this is because we had a leak interior, well, I guess from the roof itself, that actually started to weather the oven right here. And so they put an eco roof on top to remedy that, and it worked. No more leaking. So with our worm compost, when we harvest that compost, we actually bring it out here to the garden. And this is where we grow produce for the cafeteria. So there's 2 raised beds right here that we've experimented with root crops with unsuccessfully. And then we've got 10 raised beds out here that were actually donated to us by Skanska, a construction firm. They were built last summer. So out here is where we grow, dominant crops that we grow are lettuce and tomatoes. And we also grow squash. In the summer, this is where we grow for the cafeteria, and everything that gets harvested here, we actually take to the cafeteria. So these are sculptures that were done by students in the 2008 ceramics class. It was a class project, and they've held up to the weather these past 3 years, and they're just a beautiful aesthetic piece to add to the learning center.